Hi, this is Magnar and welcome back to my modding tutorial series for Rome 2 Total War. In this episode I'm going to show you how to add an officer to a unit, a custom officer. First we're going to create the variant mesh definition for that officer. So let's just go into the vanilla extracted variant mesh definitions and we'll just pick a random one. Let's pick a spear. Galatian spear, why not? Okay, so we'll copy that, and we'll go to our whip folder, and we'll rename it to tutorial officer. Okay, so it's going to have a spear, and it's going to have a shield, I'm guessing. Spear is there. And the shield, there, shield, and weapon 1 being a spear. Okay, just wanted to confirm that. Now we can go back to our pack, our Magnar unit base pack, and we will add the tables that we'll be working with. So go add from pack, we'll go to where data Rome 2 is, applications, Steam Maps, Common, Rome 2, Data, and we'll grab that. And now the tables that we're going to need are battle personalities, which is where we assign the animation for the actual officer, because an officer can have different animations to the unit that it's attached to. So battle personalities. There it is, and we'll right click on that, and we also want to have, scroll down, we want to have land unit officers, because we're creating a land unit officer. There is, if we go down a little further, no naval unit officers, so because the naval units just refers to the ships, and then they assign a land unit to the ship. So all the officers are actually attached to the land unit. So here, right click on that as well. And OK. We'll save that and rename them both after saving. And we'll start at the top. So for in battle personalities, we can see here the animation assigned, the variant mesh definition is here. So we'll be adding our variant mesh definition. Okay, let's do that now. Files, grab that tutorial officer we created, and we can actually delete all of that, because we're going to just need that top row for our own officer. So here, let's start by adding tutorial officer, whether you want to copy and paste it or write it out. It doesn't matter if you capitalize. See, I put capital T, capital O, even though it's small t and small o here. That doesn't really matter, as long as it's the same. And so that's that, where that's linking. Then there's an officer type. We want the officer. Obviously you can have other kinds of officers, being standard bearers and whatnot. And you can have a look here in the actual data Rome 2 at the vanilla entries, and you can see standard bearer and officer as the two types. Then we will add the animation. So this is a spear unit with a shield. The animations, if you didn't watch the episode on animations and how they all work, then animations are here in data Rome 2, animations, animation tables, and there. This is the name of an animation. Whatever comes after animation table and a space is the animation, and the one we want will be Roam Man Spear Shield. So I can write that in because I know that it exists, but better to always be on the safe side and copy it directly from where it's coming from. And Roam Man Spear Shield. Control C to copy it and paste it in there. Don't worry about that, just leave that as is. That's always target marker. You can look at that, all of them say target marker, just leave it as is. And then the key, we can make the key whatever we want really. So we can call it Tutorial Officer. And we're going to need that key. So once I save it, I'm going to grab that key now and copy it. And then we're going to head over to the land unit offices. And here we just delete everything except for that one drawer at the top which we're going to edit. The key we put in here. Whatever that key is goes in, depending which one we want to have. We can have up to 6 men in the officer slot, whether it be, you guess, 2 types of standard bearers, 2 officers, and a couple of musicians. So let's just actually make it a 6 unit officer that we're going to assign. The location is either front or back or empty. If you look in the vanilla tables, you'll see that back is used for one of the Greek units, and pretty much everything else except uses front, except for one which doesn't have anything there. So that isn't necessary to have, but let you know where in the unit the officer is going to be positioned. And then again, the key is custom. We can make that whatever we want. So let's make it different to our last key just to illustrate that point. And we'll call it Tutorial Officer Key. Maybe I should actually illustrate the difference here as well. So we'll call that Tutorial Officer Personality. Paste that back in now that I've changed it. And this one's called Tutorial Officer Key. Copy that, save them both. And now we're going to assign it to the unit. So let's go to Land Units. And we're going to add it to our Slinger unit, which we made in a previous episode. And scroll across. And here is the column called Officers. In here we put that last key that we made coming from the Land Unit Officers table. And we can save that again. And now we can launch up the game and check out the officers that we've added. And here we can see our officers at the front of the unit. Actually, it looks like only 3 at most can be used. But there they are, clearly Celtic Spearmen with their own separate animation to the slingers that they're attached to. And that's how you do officers. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.